Top 7 foods diabetics must avoid. Diabetes is a growing epidemic affecting millions, yet many don't realize they have it until it's too late. The damage starts silently, leading to serious complications like heart disease, nerve damage, and even amputations. But here's the truth. What you eat plays a massive role in managing or even preventing diabetes. Today, we'll uncover the 7 worst foods for diabetes. Foods that could be silently wreaking havoc on your blood sugar. Avoiding them could make all the difference in protecting your health. Let's dive in. Refined sugars and sugary snacks are among the top foods that people with diabetes need to avoid. It's easy to forget just how much damage these can do, especially when they seem like harmless treats. But here's the issue. When we eat foods that are high in refined sugars, like candy, soda, pastries, or even breakfast cereals, we're setting ourselves up for a dramatic spike in blood sugar levels. These sugary foods are packed with simple carbohydrates that break down quickly into glucose, causing our blood sugar to rise rapidly. This surge forces the pancreas to work overtime, releasing insulin to try to bring those blood sugar levels back down. While the body is designed to handle occasional sugar spikes, constantly bombarding it with these quick glucose spikes can be a real problem. Over time, this chronic surge in insulin demand can lead to insulin resistance. In simple terms, this means that the body cells no longer respond to insulin as effectively as they should. The pancreas then has to produce even more insulin, and eventually it can't keep up. This is one of the key mechanisms behind the development of type 2 diabetes, and it's the reason why high sugar intake is such a dangerous habit for people with this condition. When insulin resistance sets in, blood sugar levels become harder to control, and the risk of long-term complications like heart disease, nerve damage, and kidney issues skyrockets. The scary part is that these sugar spikes don't just happen with obvious sugary snacks. Many processed foods, like pastries, white bread, and even breakfast cereals, are often loaded with refined sugars or high glycemic index ingredients that quickly get broken down into glucose. For instance, just one bowl of sugary cereal can cause blood sugar levels to rise as soon as eating a candy bar. If this becomes a regular part of the diet, these glucose surges can happen multiple times throughout the day. The constant roller coaster of blood sugar highs and lows takes a toll on the body, contributing to the development of chronic health issues. This is why it's crucial to shift toward foods that release sugar more slowly into the bloodstream. Whole grains, fruits, and vegetables are excellent options. They're packed with fiber, which slows down the digestion and absorption of sugar, helping to keep blood sugar levels steady. In fact, studies have shown that a diet rich in whole foods can significantly improve insulin sensitivity and overall blood sugar control. By making this simple switch, you're not just avoiding sugar spikes. You're actively helping your body manage blood sugar in a healthier, more balanced way. It's a small change with a huge potential impact on long-term health. Next up are processed foods and fast food. When it comes to managing diabetes, processed foods and fast food are some of the most damaging effectors. They're often loaded with trans fats and unhealthy fats, which can wreak havoc on your body in several ways. First, these fats contribute to obesity, a major risk factor for diabetes. Excess weight, especially around the abdomen, increases insulin resistance, which makes it harder for your body to control blood sugar. But that's not all. These unhealthy fats also raise your bad cholesterol levels, leading to a greater risk of heart disease, which is already a concern for people with diabetes. In fact, cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of death among people with diabetes, making it even more important to be mindful of what fats you're consuming. For people with diabetes, the combination of high fats and refined carbs found in many fast foods can be particularly harmful. These foods are not just empty calories. They can directly impact the way your body processes insulin. When consumed in large amounts, unhealthy fats contribute to chronic inflammation, a condition that plays a significant role in the development of insulin resistance. Inflammation impairs your body's ability to use insulin effectively, leading to higher blood sugar levels. It becomes a vicious cycle where poor food choices make it harder for your body to manage its sugar levels. In contrast, Inflammation and insulin resistance make it even more difficult to lose weight and maintain a healthy metabolism. The good news is that making healthier fat choices can drastically improve blood sugar control and overall health. Healthy fats like those found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil not only provide your body with the essential fatty acids it needs, but also help regulate blood sugar levels. These fats are anti-inflammatory and have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, meaning your body can use insulin more effectively. Studies have found that people who incorporate more monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats into their diets see better blood sugar control and a lower risk of complications related to diabetes. Switching to healthier fats is one of the simplest yet most effective changes you can make in your diet. Instead of reaching for that fast food burger or fried snack, opt for meals that include whole foods and healthier fats. A salad with olive oil dressing, a handful of almonds, or adding some avocado to your toast can make a big difference in how your body processes sugars. This shift can lead to more stable blood sugar levels, lower cholesterol, and a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, helping you manage diabetes better while also improving your long-term health. Then there's white bread, white rice, and pasta, basically refined grains. Refined grains like white bread, white rice, and pasta might seem like convenient options, but they can be a real challenge for anyone managing blood sugar levels. These foods are made from refined flours that have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients during processing. Without the fiber, these refined grains are digested and absorbed by the body much faster than their whole grain counterparts. This rapid digestion leads to sharp spikes in blood glucose levels, forcing the pancreas to work harder to release insulin and bring those levels back down. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance, making it even more difficult to regulate blood sugar. The lack of fiber in refined grains is a key factor in why they cause such quick increases in blood sugar. Fiber acts as a natural slow-release mechanism, helping to control how quickly the sugars from the food enter the bloodstream. Without it, the sugars from refined grains hit the bloodstream all at once, creating those dangerous spikes and crashes that are common in diabetes. This is why people with diabetes should aim to minimize their intake of refined grains and instead opt for whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. Whole grains are a much healthier choice because they contain more fiber, which helps slow the absorption of sugars into the bloodstream. This not only helps to prevent rapid spikes in blood sugar, but also keeps blood sugar levels more stable throughout the day. Studies have shown that people who switch to a diet rich in whole grains often experience improvements in insulin sensitivity, meaning their bodies can use insulin more effectively. This is a critical benefit, especially for those managing or at risk for type 2 diabetes, as it makes it easier to keep blood sugar levels under control and reduce the long-term risks associated with the condition. Incorporating whole grains into your diet can be a simple yet powerful way to manage diabetes and improve overall health. Whether you swap out white rice for brown rice, choose quinoa over pasta, or switch to whole wheat bread, these small changes can make a big difference in blood sugar regulation. Plus, the added fiber in entire grains offers other health benefits, such as improved digestion and a reduced risk of heart disease, making them an all-around better choice for anyone looking to improve their diet. High-fat dairy products such as full-fat cheese, butter, and cream are another food group that can be particularly problematic for people managing diabetes. These foods are packed with saturated fats, which have been shown to contribute to a range of metabolic issues, including increased insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is when the body cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder for blood sugar levels to be regulated properly. This is a key factor in the development of type 2 diabetes, and consuming high amounts of saturated fat can exacerbate this issue. The connection between saturated fats and insulin resistance is largely due to their role in causing inflammation in the body. When the body is inflamed, it's harder for cells to respond to insulin, which worsens blood sugar control. Inflammation can also contribute to other chronic conditions such as heart disease, which is already a significant risk for people with diabetes. So while high-fat dairy products may taste indulgent, they can trigger a cascade of negative effects on your health, making it more difficult to manage blood sugar levels and increasing the likelihood of long-term complications. Switching to lower-fat or plant-based dairy options can help reduce the intake of unhealthy fats and support better blood sugar control. Low-fat dairy products such as skim milk, low-fat yogurt, and reduced-fat cheeses provide many of the same nutrients like calcium and protein as their full-fat counterparts, without the added saturated fat. For those looking for a dairy-free alternative, plant-based options like almond milk, soy milk, and coconut yogurt are excellent choices. These plant-based alternatives tend to be lower in saturated fats and often contain healthy fats like polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats, which are known to support heart health and improve insulin sensitivity. Studies have suggested that replacing saturated fats with healthier fats can positively impact blood sugar control and reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. By switching to lower-fat or plant-based dairy products, people with diabetes can reduce their intake of unhealthy fats, lower inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity over time. This simple dietary change can significantly help manage diabetes and overall well-being, making it easier to maintain stable blood sugar levels while supporting heart health and reducing the risk of complications. Fried foods are another major category that people with diabetes should avoid, and for good reason. The oils used for deep frying, especially those that are high in trans fats, can have a harmful impact on both cholesterol levels and insulin sensitivity. Trans fats are notorious for raising bad cholesterol, LDL, levels while lowering good cholesterol, HDL, putting individuals at greater risk for heart disease, a condition already more common in people with diabetes. However, the negative effects of fried foods go far beyond just cholesterol. The deep frying process itself introduces harmful compounds into the food. As food is cooked at high temperatures and oils, advanced glycation end products, ages, and other toxic byproducts are formed. These compounds have been shown to promote inflammation in the body, which is a key driver of insulin resistance. Chronic inflammation makes it more difficult for the body to use insulin effectively, leading to higher blood sugar levels. This cycle not only worsens diabetes, but also increases the risk of other complications such as nerve damage and cardiovascular disease. In addition to their harmful effects on insulin resistance, fried foods are typically high in calories. This can contribute to weight gain, which is another significant risk factor for developing and worsening diabetes. Excess weight, particularly around the abdominal area, is closely linked to increased insulin resistance, making it harder for the body to control blood sugar levels. It's a vicious cycle where eating fried foods leads to weight gain, which in turn makes it even more challenging to manage diabetes effectively. For people with diabetes, the best course of action is to choose healthier cooking methods that don't rely on deep frying. Grilling, steaming, baking, or sautéing with a small amount of healthy oil, such as olive oil or avocado oil, can significantly reduce the harmful effects of frying while still preserving the flavor and nutrients in the food. These cooking methods allow food to retain its natural properties without introducing toxic compounds or excessive calories. By eliminating fried foods and opting for healthier preparation methods, people with diabetes can improve insulin sensitivity and manage blood sugar levels more effectively. They can also support overall health by maintaining a healthy weight and reducing the risk of heart disease. This simple dietary shift can make a big difference in diabetes management and long-term well-being. Alcohol is another substance that people with diabetes need to be cautious about, particularly when consumed in large quantities. While moderate drinking might be acceptable for some, excessive alcohol consumption can have serious consequences for blood sugar control. One of the most immediate dangers is that alcohol can cause hypoglycemia, or dangerously low blood sugar levels, especially for those who are taking insulin or other blood sugar-lowering medications. This happens because alcohol interferes with the liver's ability to release glucose into the bloodstream, which can cause blood sugar levels to drop unexpectedly. This risk is even more pronounced in people with diabetes who take insulin, as their bodies may already have difficulty managing fluctuations in blood sugar. But the effects of alcohol don't stop there. Alcohol is also high in calories and can contribute to weight gain, which is a significant risk factor for developing or worsening insulin resistance. When the body is carrying excess weight, particularly around the abdomen, it becomes more difficult for insulin to work effectively, leading to higher blood sugar levels. This combination of excess calories from alcohol and weight gain can create a vicious cycle, making it harder to manage diabetes and increasing the likelihood of long-term complications like heart disease. Another issue with alcohol is that it provides little to no nutritional value. While it may offer a temporary sense of relaxation or pleasure, the empty calories in alcoholic drinks don't give the body the nutrients it needs to function properly. This can further impact blood sugar control, especially if alcohol is consumed in place of healthier, nutrient-dense foods. Finally, let's talk about artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners may appear to be a healthier alternative to sugar, especially for those managing diabetes, but the science around them is more complex. While they don't directly raise blood sugar levels, studies have shown that some artificial sweeteners can still negatively affect insulin sensitivity and disrupt the gut microbiome. The gut microbiome plays a crucial role in digestion, metabolism, and immune function, and any disturbance in its balance can lead to a host of problems, including insulin resistance. Certain artificial sweeteners have been linked to changes in the gut bacteria, which may worsen metabolic health and even increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes over time. Another concerning issue with artificial sweeteners is that they may trigger an insulin response in some people. This is a phenomenon where the body releases insulin in anticipation of sugar, even though no real sugar is present. While this may not seem like a big deal initially, over time it can contribute to insulin resistance, making it more difficult for the body to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. This response is thought to occur because the brain associates sweetness with glucose intake, signaling the pancreas to release insulin in preparation. Additionally, artificial sweeteners can increase cravings for sweet foods. When your body gets used to consuming artificially sweetened foods, it may trigger a desire for more sweets, leading to overeating and unhealthy food choices. This can create a cycle of craving and overconsumption, which is not only counterproductive to managing blood sugar levels, but can also lead to poor dietary habits and weight gain, both of which are significant risk factors for diabetes. If you're looking for a way to satisfy your sweet tooth, natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit are better options. These sweeteners are derived from plants and don't have the same negative effects on insulin sensitivity or gut health as artificial sweeteners. However, it's still important to be mindful of the quantity you consume. Even natural sweeteners should be used in moderation to avoid triggering cravings or creating a preference for overly sweet foods. So whether you're dealing with diabetes or just looking to take control of your health, focusing on the foods you consume and avoiding harmful ones can be the first step toward a healthier, longer life. Remember, taking proactive steps to manage your diet today can prevent the onset of complications in the future. Thanks for reading. Stay connected to learn more about how to improve your health. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get more helpful videos and tips delivered right to you.